Welcome back to Airtime Major Championship, and it is the last one of the calendar year. DK Aronson, it is the Aronson gang all here today. Brady Aronson, Josh Aronson, British Open Week, and it's one of our favorite tournaments of the year.
Deeks, it's the Open Championship, please. But I did see Phil's tweet that he calls it the British, he calls it the Open. I love that. I thought it was hilarious. Royal St. George's this year, par 70. Par 70.
I love just the rotation, the fact that they have like 10 courses that they go through. It's the best.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's so much better than the U.S. Open.
They can tip this thing out to 7,200 yards, 7,189. Not that long of a course, but I was reading somewhere today that the rough is pretty thick. So, you add in the element of the wind, the rain, the rough. I mean, we could be in for a weekend.
Yeah, links golf's a little different where it's just like, they could play it from 7,500 yards and it wouldn't really be that much different than if it played 7,100 yards. It's just, it's links golf. It's the best.
There's rollout. Bunkers are hazards, which I love. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You get the pop bunkers. We're going to talk about Thomas Bjorn in 2011.
2003.
2003. It is the Open Championship. I'm sorry, Brady. It's been played here two times since the 2000s, 03 and 11. And in 2011, only 4 players were under par. In 03, the only player under par was Ben Curtis, the winner. So expect par is a good score here, and you'll run off every green with pars.
I'm looking forward to it. It looks like in the past years, I think like 67, 68 is usually some of the rounds of the tournament. Although I think Webb Simpson and Miguel Angel Jimenez both shot 66 last time it was here, as well as Lucas Glover.
The mechanic.
Miguel
Angel. All right, so
I'm gonna interject, Tiggies. What was weather? Do we remember the weather in 11? I mean, I don't even remember Darren Clark winning that thing.
Open championships, you're always gonna have to deal with the weather, and it's kind of a luck of a draw.
Even if it doesn't affect for the first couple of days, eventually Mother Nature is gonna burst her head in, and either wind or rain, something will affect these guys.
All right, let's start off. First question on my docket is, what about links golf makes these tournaments so competitive? Is it the greens? Is it the fairways, bunkers, hazards, big numbers out there? What is it about links golf?
So, I've never had the ability to play like true links golf. I haven't gone to England, Scotland, Ireland, Northern Ireland, whatever.
You have to play Arcadia Bluffs. That's links golf.
Yeah, but I'm talking. You go across the pond,
links
the whole
golf,
thing,
yeah.
True links golf. But what's so amazing to me is when these guys get stuck in the bunkers, these little pot bunkers, whether it's the big one that's like 14 feet high or the small one's greenside, and they just struggle. They have to play it laterally. It takes them 2 to get out. It just feels normal. It feels normal.
I think back to the shot from Tiger on to start the back 9 where he had the recoil, and you just got to get the ball up so quickly. It's hard with the wedge. You got to clip ball first. Bunkers are hazards, and the greens are slow, so you could roll in some birdie putts too, which makes this tournament all the more interesting.
I think links golf it's obviously you're going to have these massive greens, but you're going to have these crazy lag putts, but hitting a lot of greens is not really, I shouldn't say it's not difficult because it's difficult. But I think what's difficult about links golf is the random bounces that these guys are going to be getting off these fairways because everything's so undulated and everything's so hilly. And I think that kind of pisses some of these players off where it's like, oh, I hit this right down the middle and I ended up in the rough on the right somehow.
Like mental perseverance. You think you hit a perfect shot and it kicks left and all of a sudden you're in the rough and you got to pitch out.
Exactly. I think I remember watching at Troon, the Phil versus Henrik. Phil ended up getting a really bad bounce on one hole. And I think that ended up changing. It was on the backside. I can't remember which hole it was, but I think it ended up changing, not the outcome, but
Those two
For
were
sure
in a
changed the
those two were in a world of their. I think Phil shot like 65 and Hendrick shot like 63 in the final round.
I think they made like a combined like 200 feet of putt.
Something
I
stupid.
actually wrote these 2 words down, Deeks, about the Open Championship. No matter what course, patience and creativity. I think some of these guys are going to have to wait for their opportunity, whether it comes on the par 5s. DJ reached both par 5s in 2 in 2011. So whether they take those opportunities, try and make eagle, or, definitely make birdie. But also you got to be creative. In the Open, you got to be crazy creative with your shot shape, with if you're hitting a low ball flight, if you're hitting the stingers, if you're letting it run. But links golf is intriguing. It's really fun. It's a different type of golf that these guys have to play, and seeing I think seeing some 68, 69, maybe a 3-4 under winning number, that'd be pretty cool.
I agree. Patience is the big word for me. There's only gonna be 2 par 5s out there, and you can't push it too much. I wrote down Darren Clark in 2011, the last 3 rounds, eagled the 7th, par 5 7th, all 3 rounds. So he made it, that's got to be picking up shots on the field. And more to your point, Brady, about the creativity, Brooks had a little quote today. There's like 6 shots you could play from inside 50 yards, which just makes every shot that you're standing over, you really got to commit to, which is, that's Links golf for you. That's Links golf for you. So let's get to, we're in Europe. And less than 2 months, I think there's a pretty big match coming, Europe versus USA, and something's on the line.
Whistling Straits?
Whistling Straits. Patrick Harrington versus Steve Stricker. Ryder Cup we are talking about, August, less than 2 months away, and we had something circled, European, only 3 captains picked, so the standings are going to be very crucial for Europe. What caught your eye when you were looking at the Ryder Cup standings, Jern?
A couple of things. One, Guido Migliozzi being in the top 9 right now, which is pretty awesome, and I kind of like him this week. He's one of the hotter golfers.
Ever since Brady faded him. Ever since Brady faded him.
Exactly, yeah. But I like that Guido's there. Vic not being in the top 9 is for sure interesting. And then Bobby McIntyre not being in the top 9 also, because he's been playing some solid golf as well.
And Patrick Harrington's made some comments about the captain's picks. Obviously, Sergio Garcia, stalwart. Justin Rose, a stalwart. So you'd think maybe 2 of those picks would go to those guys. Not many spots on the team left.
And I don't think Pulte's in the top 9 right now either.
I was just about to say Pulte is 23rd, and there's probably 3 guys I would pick ahead of him, and that's including Dick Bland.
I mean, it's just interesting.
Do you remember the Ryder Cup at Medina? This guy was nails. He was like the heart and soul of the team.
Last week on Sunday at the Scottish Open, he shot a 63.
Showed up Justin Thomas. He said, JT, what are you doing? I'll one-up you. It's going to be interesting. In Europe, they beat the piss out of USA and France. We got up almost every morning to watch those matches. And USA, they might have some problems on their team, but they should be focusing on kicking the crap out of this team Europe. They got their butts handed to them across the sea, and they should be looking to return the favor in August.
I would think so. I saw that Brooks had an interesting quote. Somebody asked him about how the team dynamic's going to be with Bryson, and he said it's just 1 week.
He's trying to, and then he's like, I'm just, we're going out to win. Like, I don't care. I can like someone for, a week.
Exactly. Honestly, I don't think it'll affect Brooksy at all. He's kind of a really solid Ryder Cup player.
He's just a good golfer.
Looks like there might be a lot of rookies for Team USA. You get Xander Schauffele, never played in the Ryder Cup. Looks like Colin Morikawa is going to be on the team. Brady, what are you expecting to see from USA heading into Whistling Straits?
So, to be fair, this is the first time in probably a couple months I've looked at the U.S. roster right now. But what immediately pops out at me is Harris English. Harris English is so methodical on the golf course. He looks like a Ryder Cup golfer. He is focused in, dialed in on each shot. He's been playing great golf. I mean, granted, I'm biased. I popped a winner with him a couple weeks ago, but
hey, that's two wins on the year. That's big time. Anytime you win
big
twice.
time. That's big time. But Harris English he's gonna prove some people. I have him in some bets on my card later on, but we'll get to that. And then the other guy is Spieth he's got to be in this thing.
So both those guys would have to be captain's picks because neither of them are in the top 6.
Right,
yeah.
they're not in the top 6, so they'd have to be captain's picks. But then you're leaving out. It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
And I feel for Steve Stricker. It's a tough situation to be in with so many top guys. Like these guys are all studs.
Agreed. And
all
Tony
studs.
Finau is not in the top 6. He played great at the right. Yeah, tough decisions coming for Steve Stricker. And the decisions are going to play a crucial part in who ends up winning that Ryder Cup. But that's 2 weeks away. Let's get back to Open Championship preview. Let's get into some games. Missed cut madness. Brady, you were smiling earlier talking about, I already got one. Who's missing the cut? Who's going home early?
I was eyeing this earlier today. In his first Open, Colin Morikawa is going to miss the cut. He's I know it's not a popular play. Not a popular play.
Guy just doesn't miss cuts.
Guy doesn't miss cuts. He's an elite iron player.
I'm gonna say he's got more wins than missed cuts, but I might be wrong on that.
He's gonna miss the cut this week. Another guy who's gonna miss the cut this week. Bryson DeChambeau.
You knew that was
going
coming.
Across the pond after a missed cut. Took a week off. He's across the pond. He has a whole new caddy. He's not in the right headspace. And golf is completely mental. I know he's like, a psycho. He hits the ball so far. He's an unbelievable golfer. But I don't think he's in the right headspace. And speaking of Ryder Cup, we're going to need that guy. He's going to be in the top 6. We're going to need him going. So I don't think he's there this week. He'll turn it around come, Ryder Cup and FedEx Cup time, but not this week.
So an interesting fit. Interesting fit for Links Golf, Journey. What were you going to say?
Bryson's plus 250 to miss the cut, and Morikawa's plus 300 to miss the cut. So both those are kind of value plays if you want to do.
Schneidsy value, Aronson.
I'm sniping value right now. Sniping value.
My guy to miss the cut this week, and it's not going to be a popular one, just because he did come so close to winning a couple of weeks ago. He didn't make a bogey for 72 holes. I'm going Jocko Neiman to miss the cut 2-1.
Interesting. I might be his first Open Championship. I don't remember him playing at Portrush, but
and I don't think I've seen him play a links golf course before.
I like that call. What are the odds on that?
Plus 200, so 2-1.
Nice. I got a plus 215 in there. He's actually played in this tournament. Might have been both times. Adam Scott, plus 215. You cheat with the putter, dude. You cheat with the putter.
Any way they slice it, he cheats with the putter.
Speaking of putter changes, I saw Xander Schauffele going back to left-hand low after.
That's a good thing. He's such a good putter with the left-hand low.
I agree. I thought it was odd that he decided to change the arm lock. Kind of a interesting thing when you're one of the top 10 putters on the tour, but he felt like it wasn't going to be that big of a discrepancy. Could have cost him the U.S. Open. I mean, he teed a green. He played so good at Torrey Pines, and you would have think if maybe he would have stuck with the left-hand low, he would have been first-time major champion. He's going off at 30 to calling him out.
He I don't know what it is. He should have at least one major at this point in his career. I don't know what it is. I do think he's going to be a good, like, he's a complete value play this week. He could totally win. But he should definitely have a major. The guy's so good. He's always in the mix on a Sunday.
We expect so much out of these guys, but winning a major is. John Rahm just won his first major championship. I feel like he's been a top 10 player in the world.
He was the best player without a major, for sure.
And Ricky Fowler's kind of dropped out of that discussion. But Jarny might have something to say about that later. Who knows? All right, another game. We got toss-up Italian. Italians won the Euro Cup. It's coming Rome. And there's 2 Italians in the field this week at the Open Championship. And each of them is minus 115 against each other. It is Brady's boy Guido Migliozzi versus Francesco Molinari, -115. So toss up. Who you going with, Schnades?
Since I'm already fading Molinari in another matchup, I'm going to fade him again in this one because Guido kicked my ass a couple weeks ago. I think Wilco Nienaber finished that tournament in dead last.
Well, he made the cut, but yeah.
He made the cut, but he finished in dead last of making the cut. And I think Guido top 10 that thing. So I'm gonna go with the Guido and follow the Guidos. Let's go Guido.
The Guidos.
Let's go Guido.
Fantasy fuck boys.
Guido Migliozzi.
It's actually not. It can't be his real name. It's unbelievable. He's incredible too. He actually is really good. Like I watched him a couple weeks ago. He is really good. So I'd love to see him bully Molinari this weekend.
Jarny?
I'm gonna go with the 2018 winner at Carnoustie, Francesco.
It's the champion golfer of the year.
The champion golfer. Champion golfer of 2018.
Chico Golf hasn't played too much golf, but I'll go with him. He's got the experience on links golf.
Solid. If you have experience in links golf, and honestly, I don't think he's played that many tournaments of late, but I think he played a couple tournaments in California that I thought he was pretty decent at, and
him and his brother both made the cut at Torrey Pines. So
yeah, exactly, and he's a links golf champion.
That was another name we didn't mention on the European Ryder Cup. He went 5-0 in Le Golf
Nacional. Him and Tommy were undefeated, and then Tommy lost the singles match.
How do you leave him off the team, right? That's never been done before, going 5-0. I guess the guy hasn't played too much golf, but I'll go with Chico over Guido. Brady, I'm going to hit you with the total players under par, 14.5 for the whole tournament.
I did see that number, actually.
Over under.
Does that include guys that are even par or no?
No.
No, you got
to be in red figures.
That's just not under par.
It's just not under par.
That would be level par.
That would be even par. That's kind of I thought it was too high.
I would agree.
What did you say? You said there was 4 or 3 people under par in 2011?
In 2011, it was Thomas Bjorn, Phil, DJ, and Darren Clark.
So, I mean, you gotta assume that's a little too high. I guess I'll take the under. I don't want to bet that, but I guess I'll take the under.
I just thought it was interesting. Not that like we're gonna play any of these, but I just thought it was interesting. Only 14.5 players kind of tells you how the course is gonna play and what's gonna be a good number out there.
What's going to be crazy about this course, Deeks, and you can kind of see it in your green screen, is the mounds and the hills all over that are going to have kicks left, kicks right into a pot bunker where you have to play laterally. It's going to be crazy. So
and the wind coming off the ocean is always tough.
It's going to be crazy. So I think 14.5 might be a little too high. I'd say under.
I'd probably go with that as well. Although
these players are so
Open,
good. I'll go.
We said the same thing at the U.S. Open, and we I think it was like 7.5.
Yeah, we popped that one. I think we gave that one out. Was the
I did give that one.
Akiwa, maybe Akiwa. So I'll go with the over on that. These guys are the best players in the world. 15 guys will shoot 1 under. Par 70, but they'll take advantage of the par 5s.
Yeah, we'll see.
Make some
There's
birdies.
Only 2. And I'm looking at the in 2011 in the final round, DJ made double on the par 5 on the backside. Well, he ended up losing.
caused him to lose. He was like 2 back. He was either 1 or 2 back on that backside.
Another British Open I want to mention, 1993, also played at Royal St. George's, and the Shark got it done for his 2nd British Open. He said he played some of the best golf of his career, 64 in the final round, and I'll just shoot you some names on the leaderboard. Nick Faldo, Bernhard Langer, Corey Pavin, Ernie Els, Nick Price, Freddie Couples.
How many players were under par in that one?
Good question. I would say at least 5 or at least 7 players were under par.
The winner in 1993 was 13 under.
Yeah,
they also
Greg
made
Norman, he won by like 8 shots though.
No, he won by 2 shots.
It was tight leaderboard,
So
tight leaderboard, and a 64 on the final round. I would love Sunday like that where the winner comes from off the pack and fires a low one. That's just drama to the next level, and kind of like what we saw in the U.S. Open with 2 birdies to close it out and to get a win with John Rombo.
Yeah, it's funny because usually these British Opens are crazy and the leaderboard's always changing, especially once all of these guys make the turn onto the backside. And then in the last British Open in 2019 it wasn't a runaway, but nobody really ever came crazy close to Sugar Shane.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, and I'd love to see a little bit of rain, a little bit of wind pick up on that backside. Make
it a real Open Championship.
Sunday at Portrush, I think Shane Lowry bogeyed like the first 3 holes, and it was in doubt. And then by the backside, it was pretty clear that.
I think the low round on Sunday at Portrush was 2 under by Tyrrell. Oh, I'm sorry, no, it was 3 under by Bobby McIntyre.
Bobby McIntyre.
Wow.
Bobby McIntyre, lefty, just like the two
Wait,
of us on the
hold
top
on.
row.
I take that back. The low round was 5 under. Francesco Molinari.
Hashtag take down Guido. All right, I'll let the floor open to you guys. What caught your guys' eye when going over this tournament?
Let's do what are we doing? Outrights?
Yes, sir. Let's start off with that. That sounds good to me. I got Jack Burns plays just in case. Could not make it, but boy, is he a sharp. What a hit he had on Cameron Davis. We got to mention that. Are you kidding me? If that doesn't get
sick.
That's
95-1.
Once in a lifetime. Jack Byrne. We'll go over his card later. But Jarn, you want to start us out with some outrights?
Sure. At the moment, I have 3. I'm pretty positive I'll end up adding a couple more. But right now, I've got Vic Hovland at 28-1 and 35-1. What does that come out to? Like 32-1, 32.5-1, or whatever.
Double
it is.
down.
Right.
Double down.
I doubled down because the odds went up. I didn't think the odds were going up.
You got better odds.
They went up. And then I've got Lucas Herbert at 75-1. All he did a couple weeks ago was win the Irish Open and then follow it up with a tied 2nd or tied 3rd at the Scottish Open the week after. So he's a hot links golfer right now. And you're hanging 75-1 on a dude that's he's been right there in the back-to-back links golf tournaments. Then my last play is a guy who has a British Open title. Granted, it was over 10 years ago. And at the last one that was here, I believe he top 20'd. Let's see.
Leaky faucet.
That is correct. Came tied 30th at 2011, and it is Stewie Sink at 100-1.
Wow.
Building off that Jarn card, I heard Lucas Herbert in there. Jack Byrne, he's got top 10 Lucas Herbert and top 10 Stewie Sink. So following Jarny a little bit, he's got top 20s on Abe Answer, Matt Jones, and Ryder Cup stalwart fiery Ian Poulter. He's got an outright on Brooks Koepka and Cam Smith. That is the card from Jack Byrne. Gave out 95-1 on Cam Davis. Are you kidding me? Incredible. All right, Brady, Mr. 2 pages of notes. This guy might have $200 worth of action come Thursday morning.
So we got a couple top 20s. I went Vic Hovland, obviously. I have him outright to win as well. I got him 35-1. I didn't get the Jarny double down.
28-1, and that was stupid.
But I going along Lucas Herbert, I took at plus 300 to top 20, and then Harris English as well at plus 275 to top 20.
I like that. There's some value. And I've got a couple of top 10 plays. I've got Ricky Flatbill at 6-1. All he did the last time it was here was finish even par, top 5. And Ian Poulter, top 10, 5.5-1. And then I've got 3 top 20s. I backed up Stewie Sink outright with a top 20 at 4-1. I have Brooks, top 20, minus 130, and DJ, top 20, even money.
Eat the juice.
So then going off Josh's top 20, Brooks, was what you said?
Yeah.
I top 10'd him. I top 10 Paul Casey as well.
I like it.
And then Bezuidenhout.
You know, I looked up Bezuidenhout, and he's been kind of a stalwart at these majors. He's always around.
Kind of right there.
I don't
He
really
can
know what
backdoor.
his. I don't think I've seen him on any leaderboards at past opens. He got cut in 2019 and did not play in 2018.
Yeah, so I mean, he's relatively new.
I think he came on the scene in like 2018 Masters, maybe 2019 Masters.
I think he made a run at Winged Foot actually.
Really?
Bezuidenhout. He was playing good at Winged Foot.
I didn't know that. My other outrights.
Thick candy shell.
So I went Jordan Spieth because I do believe he. I mean, he's so close. Whether it's a major or like
what number did you get Jordo at?
I got him at 20-1.
That's what we got on the bottom scroller, according to FanDuel Sportsbook.
I swear I saw somebody on Twitter post a number like 60-1, and I was like, "Who is throwing?"
Yeah,
that
you're
number
just
out?
lying at that point.
Lying.
I went with this guy, Deeks. I think you'll respect this play. So obviously I have Hovland. So Spieth, Hovland. This guy has all he's done is just come in second and refuses to win. But I think he could do it this week. Louis Oosthuizen, 35-1. I know he's gonna be a popular play. Everyone's kind of hopping on the guy who's coming second in 2 of the 3 majors. So, but he could totally win. And then I went a little outside the box with the Darren Clark threw me for a tizzy in 11. I went Lee Westwood here at 65-1, first major of his career. It'd be fitting. It would put an end to his like pretty crazy good season that he's put together.
I think that he's had a couple of. I don't know if he top 10 to major, but was it the U.S. Open or the PGA? He was in the lead at some point. He's been tight.
He's right there. And then my last outright, another guy who loves links golf and is pretty solid, Sergio Garcia.
I saw he was on the leaderboard here in 2011.
Yeah.
Sergio. All right, we'll get to the Deakies card. Are you still going, Schnades?
Well, no. I got Flyer of the Week. One last.
I love the Flyer of the Week.
$5 bet on the Flyer of the Week. 150-1, Kevin Kisner.
This ain't no hobby.
They know hobby.
I like the kids play. I don't have a problem with that.
You're watching right now. Throw $5 on Kevin Kisner. Brady's Flyer of the Week. You have to. Roll that rock, Kevin Kisner.
He's in a decent form, and in 2019, I think he was in the final group with Kevin Chappell.
At the Carnoustie?
Daddy.
Carnoustie. And he's so much fun to root for. When you see Kisner's name on the leaderboard, it's like, let's fucking go, Kiz. Roll that fucking rock.
Yeah. It's great. You know he's not going to win, but he can totally,
what?
Top 5.
Flyer of the Week, Snades. You already bailing on it?
No. What's your card, Deakies? What do you got?
I got a round 1 leader in there. One of the prettiest swings in golf, Corey Connors. 90-1. First round lead.
Or he's kind of a round 1 legend.
Round 1 legend. Birdie maker. Fire a 66. I think that could be good enough for a first round lead. I got Victor Hovland, top 5, plus 650. Didn't know it was his first Open championship, but still confident. He won his last start. Forced to withdraw from Kiawah. He had dirt in his eye. Couldn't play.
Oh, he had to have surgery on it.
He had to have surgery on it, but came back, got to Europe early, won the BMW European. So Victor Hovland in great form. I think he's on everybody's card. What do you call him, Brady?
He's on all 4 of our cards.
Victor Hovland is
taming giants. That's what he does. I mean, he's just like 5'9", 5'10", just little Norwegian. He's always smiling, always happy, and he's just smoking these guys.
And he makes a shitload of birdies.
U.S. Am champion, and we got to give a shout out to Glenbrook South legend Charlie Nikitas, qualified for the U.S. Amateur at Oakmont Country Club. How about it? Charlie Nikitas getting through.
Little golf clap.
Absolutely. U.S. Am. Awesome tournament. Victor Hovland won it at Pebble Beach. Let's finish it up. Flat Bill outright 80-1 and Paul Casey outright at 40-1. Just a couple flyers out there. Thought it was good value. Flat Bill, like we said, he finished even par here in 2011. He's in good form right now. I feel like Kiowa kind of vaulted him. He's trending towards the right direction, trying to make that playoffs. So that's the Deakies card for you. We got Adam Scott miscut. We got over 14.5. Players under par. British Open Championship. I'm sorry, Snades. Champion golfer of the year. Can't wait. What do you guys envision final round? Who's in the final grouping and who's making a run at the lead?
Josh, go ahead.
All right, that's kind of an interesting question.
Kind of a tough question.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put one of my guys in there. I'm gonna say the final group is gonna be Lucas Herbert and Rory McIlroy.
Wow. I'll put Spieth in the final group with Brooks Koepka. Spieth and Koepka would be an electric Sunday. Waking up early, seeing them tee off together. I hope Brooks doesn't win. I didn't bet him, but I would love to see that final pairing. That'd be awesome.
Love that the Open Championship, it finishes around like 2 or 3 o'clock. And you can go play 18 holes after.
Yeah, go tee off. Right
go
after.
tee off. It's like, let's try some stingers. Let's try some stingers. I got Paul Casey, we'll say John Rahm in the final pairing, and Brooks Koepka comes off the pace, 3 shots off the pace to capture Open Championship, and all he would be missing for the Grand Slam would be the Masters. I've seen people kind of bashing Brooks. He's been around in every major championships come around, and he just picks up his game to another level. Let's see it, BK. Go claim major number 5.
That would be pretty sweet.
That would be sick. All right. To have 5 majors before what? 30?
I think he is
31,
something like that. Yeah.
Right around there. His name wasn't mentioned much all podcast, but BK, one of the favorites this week. Best tournament of the year, in my opinion. Open Championship on all morning. Get up whatever time you want. Get up at 7 o'clock. Get up at 9 o'clock.
No. You get up at 4 a.m. You turn on the golf channel.
Get a little coffee.
Yeah. Let's go.
Maybe take the nap at 6.
Throwback to 2018. Brady and I ordered Sarkis at 5:30 in the morning with Tiger making a run on Saturday.
That was great.
Thank you guys for watching Airtime with the Aaronsons Open Championship preview at Royal St. George's. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe. Let's fucking go. British Open week.
Stewie sing.
Leaky faucet.
See ya.